What's going on, loungers? I hope everybody is doing as great as I am today. Listen, guys, we've got a lot to get into today. There is a whole lot going on, okay? And I am super excited to talk about a lot of this stuff this morning because, listen, I thought it was really funny what took place yesterday and how hurt some people have been. Just based off of how they've been behaving and how they've been carrying themselves in these damn YouTube streets. Okay, so we're going to get into all of this stuff today. Make sure that y'all hit the like button on the way in. What's up, Pixie? Listen, I noticed that you had been blocked in my area over there. Okay, where the blocked people are. Okay. And you should not have been blocked. I think that was part of the kerfuffle from a few days ago. I have gotten to the bottom of that. I do know who's doing it, and that person still has a stick. Okay, just to let you guys know, I still gave you a stick because I'm going to let you catch yourself. Okay, and that's just that. I know exactly who it is, and I've already spoken with my important people who are also aware of who this is as well. Okay. And unfortunately you made it try to appear like as if it was somebody else, and it was not. Okay, but I am very aware of who it is, and yeah, you still have a mod stick because of that. So but either way, there was a couple of people that had fell through the cracks, and I ended up giving back all their mod sticks. And I also have this one person who I know who it is, and they have a mod stick as well, because I'm not stupid. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and let that be what it is. Shout out to the sector, because that's just the sector kind of sectoring. Okay. But either way, I made sure that you are not blocked. And I did go and look I have to, unfortunately, because of this, I have to go and look in the studio a lot more often to see exactly who's getting blocked and who's not. Okay. But either way, shout out to you for being in the building. And I definitely appreciate you as well. Beautiful Bernice, I appreciate you for coming in the building as well. You say, hey, Miss T Pre in chat. I finally caught one this morning. Yes, girl. Because sometimes you got to come back and watch the show. And it's no problem. I don't mind the replay value as well. What's up? Good morning, Steph Collins. Definitely appreciate you for being in the building. And you said no worries and thanks. Okay, great. I'm glad that you weren't upset about that. Also, the beautiful Bernice, you said that's messed up. Yes, it definitely is. But, I'm very aware of the game that's being played, right? Like, that's just what I'll say. And I'll leave that where it is. I'm not mad because I know it's a game and, it is what it is. But that's just the sector for you. And we unlock. I definitely appreciate you, brother, for being in the building. Shout out to you for coming in today. And Carla Martin, Grand Rising to you as well. You said Grand Risings, Miss T Pre and Loungers. Peace to us all. Yes, ma'am. And I appreciate you for coming in today. Listen, guys, we are going to get into a few shenanigans today, okay? Because there have been some midnight meltdowns going on around here, okay? Photon went live not once, but twice yesterday, okay? He was so triggered by Mr. RAYTONICA out here that he felt the need to go live twice. So he went live before the show, Okay, I guess to get ahead of the game. I guess that's what he was trying to do, right? Not really knowing what Ray was going to talk about, but he was damn sure nervous about it, right? And it was clear that he was very nervous about whatever Ray was going to talk about, particularly when he posted that picture, okay, of Photon, when Photon, quote unquote, cams up, okay? So, he posted that, and that just made Photon just be all in his bag and in his feelings. And then now, next thing Ray went live, had a fire show, dropped some gems, dropped some bombs, and we're going to talk about those things. And then also after the show, then he decided to go live again in the middle of the night. Okay, I tried to listen in on it, but I started falling asleep. So I ended up falling asleep on the show. And when I got up this morning, I saw that the show had ended, but I wanted to listen to it because I knew he's, famous for taking shit down, right? So I wanted to go ahead and go back and listen to it. And shout out to the rest of the show. Carrie Ann did make an appearance on the show. We're going to talk about that. And there was some other stuff that was mentioned on the show, but it was most of it was really about Photon and his feelings and in his bag. Okay. So we're going to get into all of that this morning. We're also going to talk about some community wall posts that are out here. Okay. And just kind of get into that and have a discussion about that. So make sure that you guys sit back and relax and enjoy the ride. We're not going to be here too long, but we're going to be here for a little bit of time. So go ahead and grab yourselves up some libations, some water, hopefully, some orange juice, some apple juice, something like that. To keep that, get that heart going, get that body going. Get on the treadmill while you're listening, work while you're listening, do whatever you're doing. But we are going to get into this right now, guys. I find it funny that the timer that I have up, I really, really love that timer, the 1 minute timer. And now I feel like I need to change the music because every time I hear it now, I'm going to crack the fuck up. Okay. Shout out to Ray for the timer that he placed yesterday over Photon. And, he used a portion of my 1 minute timer and then had him sniffing coke or whatever that was. So that was fucking hilarious. That was super fucking hilarious. I know it didn't take him long to actually make something like that, but I thought that shit was so fucking funny. Okay. So yeah, I might be changing up the music around here just because of that, because I can't even take that timer serious anymore. That shit is so fucking funny, the way that he did that. But we're going to go ahead and look into it and see what else we're going to do, see what else we can get into with regards to some music out here, because, child, that was fucking hilarious. What's up, Vici? Definitely appreciate you for being in the building. Miss Bernice laughed. He said, time to stretch and hydrate. That's right. That's right. What's up, Diggable Logic? I appreciate you. You said Toast, Miss T Pre, and Loungers. And TMK, I appreciate you being in the building. You said, I am here to ask Steph Collins what happened to my bottle of Jacquard cologne that was on my dresser. I know it's from 1996, but it's a family heirloom. My daddy gave me that bottle. You know what? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I just muted by mistake. I apologize. Yeah, that is too hilarious, right? And you said Diggable Logic. And you said LOL TMK. Peace, Stephanie Collins. Okay, guys. So let's go ahead and get into the show. Like I said, I'm probably going to do something in regards to the timer, because that was just hilarious. I mean, not that it was really necessarily tainted. I know he did it out of a joke, and it was fucking funny. Trust me, it was fucking hilarious. Okay, but now that I listen to it, like, it's just, I gotta change that shit now. But I really like that. So you kind of messed that up, Ray. But either way, let's start with one of these community walls, okay? Because I thought this shit was absolutely nuts, y'all. I couldn't believe what I was reading. And, I should have believed it, because For goodness sake, this is what this chick does. You know, she seeks attention, and if she feels like her attention is fading and people aren't paying her any attention, she jumps out the window for more attention and screams louder and louder until somebody finally just hears her or listens, right? It's kind of her thing and kind of a thing that she does, and it's probably based off of her past trauma, right? But either way, Beauty by Pixies, aka our favorite whore, aka our favorite dungeon girl, breaking the culture of hoes, right? Breaking the culture of condoms, that bitch, okay? You know, yeah, her. She is once again out here screaming like she's some kind of victim, you know, and like everybody's out to get her. And, you know, like she has really, you know, suffered some type of shit, okay, based off of whatever was going on. So we're going to talk about this bitch a little bit this morning based off of what she has said. Okay. So this was about 15 hours ago. And she says, Carrie Ann Wilson of hashtag Tucker High School and teacher for at DeKalb schools has relentlessly been race attacking as well as sexually degrading my minor daughter for almost a year now. She has also race attacked Black women, men, and biracial people alike. I filed a formal complaint in regards to her behavior, and she has decided to retaliate against me and further attack my family and I. I am making it known that I am not going to sit down and be quiet because she wants me to. I am taking this above the district, and if I need to, I will file a civil complaint with a law firm who's already been in litigation with the district. This teacher needs to have her credentials revoked immediately. She made it clear, and she doesn't care about her career as she continues in her unwanted harassment and verbal assault. Oh man. Let's break this fucking down, okay? Because this shit was fucking nuts and fucking hilarious, okay? But here we are again with the vixen, okay? You know, this bitch, the church whore, right? The demonic hoe, okay, who's out here sleeping with everybody's husband, who's out here sleeping with all these men, lying on, you know, to these men about her having children by them and all these other things, faking pregnancies and all this other stuff. All these things that this bitch has done, the lies with the church, right? The stealing from the church, the writing of checks on the church that she has done, all the bullshit that this bitch has been involved with, right? The fact that she has abandoned her kids, right? How she still doesn't have anything to do with them, still doesn't know anything about where they are, what's going on with them, what's happening with them, or anything like that. She thinks that somehow that, you know, this is all being ignored, right? And that we all in various spaces and in various locations are not aware of the bullshit that she's involved with. Okay. Like it's the delusion for me of how she really thinks that she can jump up here and get 20 likes, you know, literally 20 likes, which half of those are her and AAS, right? And all of their troll accounts, right? And then the other half is, you know, the people that follow them, right? So she gets 20 likes and thinks that somehow we're all moved by whatever she's saying, okay? So let's break this down just a little bit because, again, I keep breaking this down for this slow bitch, but for some reason she still doesn't understand, okay? Carrie Ann is absolutely a teacher, and she is a teacher with DeKalb schools. She is a teacher at Tucker High School. Thank God to, thanks to you and Shakem for doxing her. Now we're all aware of all of that, okay? We're also aware that she has been on her job for the likes of 15 to 17 years, maybe even longer, okay? And that she has a well-established relationship with DeKalb schools, a well-established relationship with her job, a well-established relationship with other parents in the community, as well as students who have graduated from Tucker High School and have been now become a healthy part of society, okay? So people are very aware of who Carrie is, very aware of what she does, and very aware of how great of a person that she is. Okay. It's very different when you're dealing with people just online as opposed to dealing with people in real life. Okay. And this right here is just showing that you have no control over that situation, and you know you have no control over it. And so now you go to higher levels of threat, like you've always done, the same way you did with me, right? The same way you did with Daryl Moore and everybody else, until you couldn't threaten us no more, because we were like, go ahead and do it. Let's see you do it. When I started looking you up in the Delaware systems, right, and started looking up your name in front of everybody because you were telling everybody you had a court case against me, right? When we started asking you for the case numbers of these cases you claimed you have, you shut your fucking mouth because you knew you didn't have those things. You were just threatening to do these things because your feelings are hurt. Okay? Yeah, your feelings are hurt. You can't take the truth about yourself. You can't take the truth about your mother being a whore, right? And how she passed that down to you through generations, okay? Your sister through generations, right? And now possibly to another generation, because generational curses continue as long as you don't break them, okay? See, that's what you don't understand about what Carrie was trying to say. She wasn't talking about your daughter and talking shit about your child. She was letting you know that generational curses like that continue to pass down through generations in the family until somebody does something to break those curses. And bitch, you're not doing that because you have your daughter literally living in a house with you that you are being called a hot wife in, right? That you're fucking other people in that house in front of your man, okay? And your kids are there too, sharing a room together. So I'm not sure why you're so offended by what this woman said. But see, we all know that that is what Carrie is saying. We know that she's not sexually exploiting your daughter, right? We know that she's not out here sexually degrading your child. She's talking about your mom, who was a prostitute, and you, who is a prostitute, and your sister, who is also an alleged prostitute, okay? Where all of y'all are all prostitutes, all in the same family, okay? And now this could possibly be passed down to yet another generation of women in your family because these curses are still existent. You are still living this lifestyle, okay? You are still a whore. You're still sucking dicks in dungeons, right? You're still sleeping around with your boyfriend's friends and doing this and allowed to do this according to your boyfriend and according to you, okay? These are the things that you're saying, all right? Now, so that has nothing to do with Carrie Ann, with DeKalb schools, or with Tucker High School. You can go above to whoever you want. You can go putting money into lawyers and all. You ain't got no money, so you can go ask Danny to put money into some lawyers. You can go suck enough of dicks with Brett, right, to make enough money in the dungeon to go put some money into some lawyer and all this other stuff. That is not going to change the fact that you are the one that made these things very clear to the sector about yourself, about your mother, and about the generational curses that are going on in your family, okay? That is unfortunate for you, okay? Let's talk about some more generational curses in your family, right? How your mother lost custody of all 12 of her children, right? Including yourself, and you and your sister ended up in the same property or ended up in the same foster home, right? How that happened, and yet you grew up and turned around and abandoned 2 of your children as well, right? Lost custody of 2 of your children as well. Another generational curse that is in your family that is very true about you, okay? And instead of you fixing these problems, this is what Carrie is saying. Instead of you actually taking the time to address these curses, to address these issues, and to make things better for your children, all of your children, including your daughter, right? So that she doesn't end up a whore like you and her grandmother, right? Instead of fixing these issues, You would rather get online and waste the time of 20 people to hit likes, okay? Waste the time of us and tell us all these fantastical things that you plan to do and that you claim you're going to do, just wasting our time. And we know you're wasting our time because you've been telling us all these fantastical things you're going to do for years now, and you haven't done a damn thing, even to the point of you haven't even lifted a finger to get back into the lives of your kids who have been cursed with this generational curse that is in your family. Okay? You need to do something about that. While you're worried about Tucker High School not moving quick enough for you, while you're worried about DeKalb schools not making the decisions that you wanted, and we predicted that. We knew that when DeKalb and that black man and those black men and those black women down there didn't move the way y'all white supremacist asses wanted them to, you were now going to target them. They're waiting on that. They're already aware that that's what you're ready to do, that that's what you want to do, that this is what you're threatening. None of us give a fuck, okay? Just to let you know. Carrie Ann is doing just fine. We've been talking with her, hearing from her, and that's what you're mad about. You're mad that you couldn't shut her down. You're mad that you couldn't control how often she decided to turn on her video and talk to us. You're mad about that. And you're mad that she's still telling the truth about you, right? That's what you're mad about. But ma'am, like I said, the energy that you're putting into trying to shut her up, you need to put into getting your kids back. You need to put into getting those dicks out of your mouth, right? You need to put into getting the fuck out of the dungeon, right? Putting your children into a stable environment. That is what you need, ma'am. You need to stop worrying about what's going on YouTube, and you need to worry about your actual children, okay? Once you start worrying about Michael, Aiden, Ishmael, and Malia, you won't have to worry about Carrie Ann and what she's telling her audience, or Carrie Ann and what she says on somebody else's panel. Because remember, you told us you're retiring from the sector. You don't want anything to do with this, right? You're not online. But yet you know everything this woman talks about. You know every time she's online, every time she's on a panel somewhere doing, you know all of this stuff because you are obsessed with her. You are following her around like a long lost puppy, like your kids should be following you around, right? That's how you're following this woman around, okay? And that is why, like I told you, you will continue to deal with those elemental spirits, with those that demonic energy will continue to follow you and continue to have you at completely unhinged, okay? And no peace, okay? Seeing all kinds of apparitions, seeing all kinds of visions and hallucinations, hearing voices. You're going to continue to go through all of this demonic energy until you get this right. We don't believe you, Carrie. I mean, not Carrie. We don't believe you, Breakin', okay? We just don't believe you. We know that you're lying. You are a known scammer, a known liar, okay? And it just is what it is. And we don't believe you that you will be successful at any of this stuff that you're trying. That's just it. You got to get your shit to fucking together. If you were so worried about the attacks and what's happening to your quote unquote family, then you would have your family around you. You would be taking care of your family. They would be in arm's reach to you, in arm's length to you. They would be able to call you anytime at any given day to get advice, to get money, to get help. They would be able to do that. You can't say that about Aiden or Michael because you're not in their life at all. It's so rare for a woman to have abandoned her children, right? Men, that might happen, right? Because they say, you know, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. A father might walk away, right? And not come back and not come around and not deal with the children and not be around. But a mother to be doing that, It is phenomenally crazy. It is. Okay. So that is what you need to be focused on. And that is why you're not successful in what you're trying to do. Because number one, it's a lie. Okay. It's all lies. And number two, because of who you're hurting in the process. Okay. Who's getting slapped in the face in the process? It's your children that are getting slapped in the face, because even Ishmael and Malia are probably looking at you like, you don't give that much of a fuck about us. Why do you care about this woman and her job and all this other stuff? Because she's talking about you. You don't even care about us. You don't even care that my sister's hair gets combed every day, right? You don't even care that me and my sister are getting too old to be sleeping in the same room together. And you still got us sleeping in the same room. Her son, Ishmael, can't even have no privacy at 13, at 12 and 13 years old, right? He got to sleep with his little sister. Okay, yeah. Let's talk about these things. While you're talking about all this stuff that's going on, your whole life is in complete shambles, okay? While you're worried about what is going on with this woman who is not in complete shambles, right? That's what it is. See, you're mad because you can't bring and pull somebody down to your miserable level, right? You want to be that crab in the barrel to pull somebody down with your nasty ass claws and pull them down to your level so they can be as miserable and sad and depressed and angry as you. And she's not. She's not. She is gladly going through the process of allowing the school to do its due diligence and, looking into this information. And she's still getting paid to do that, right? All while y'all are making up stories about her, forcing down everybody's throats some lies about her, and about some teacher peeking out windows and all kinds of stuff. And that turns out that teacher don't even live in Georgia at all. That teacher is from Texas, right? Yeah, all these things that y'all are trying to do is just amazingly funny. But yet you're trying to prove to the world that you're on top of this situation. And you're not. You're not. And like I said, you will continue to suffer and be miserable until you get this right, baby girl. Just saying. That's unfortunate for you. Let me go ahead and take a look at the comments real quick, and then we are going to get into the rest of this stuff today, because child, there's a lot going on out here. Okay, let's see. You said, hey, to Diggable. You said, LOL, TMK, peace, Stephanie Collins. And then you said, TMK. You said, Carla, hey, doll face. You said, the beautiful Bernice, what's up? You said, you ain't getting it back neither, TMK. You said, and T-Pre took my wrench. Y'all taking all my stuff this morning. I ain't black nobody over here, heifer, LOL. You ain't got no wrench? What's going on with that? Hold on, let me see, TMK, because I didn't know you didn't have a wrench, because you should still have a managing wrench. So that doesn't make sense. Let me look real quick, because if you don't, I'm gonna make sure you put that back, because you should have one. Let's see. Hold on, guys. What's up, D Durrell Life Solutions? Appreciate you being in the building. Okay, I'll make sure that you get that back. I'm not sure why you didn't have that on TMK. So I'll fix that. Okay. I apologize for that. But either way, let's go ahead and get into the rest of what's going on here. But let me look at the rest of y'all comments. But I'll definitely get you back that wrench, sir. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened with that. You said AA Mess got her trick, dazed and confused, right? And it's funny because you weren't even one of the people that I was suspecting. So I'm not sure. Maybe I did that by mistake. So I apologize for that. You said breaking the culture, aka breaking the culture of abandonment, still thirst trapping, LOL. House sway. Bitch must need some money. Exactly. You know she do. Because you know Danny don't give her shit, right? He just give her a place to live. That's it. He said, not thought, not be thought, right? He said, I am so tired of this dungeon demon. Me too. Like, it's just so ridiculous just listening to her and really thinking that she's going to have some kind of control over this woman. I don't know where she gets that from. Hashtag when is the wedding? Okay. And that's what she's mad about. She's mad that she's not making Carrie Ann cut off everything and run away and never speak again. That's what she really be thinking people are going to do. Like, this is an online space, and this is a space that we've been coming to way before her, right? I don't know why she thought she was going to come around here and run people out of this space. I don't know. I guess because that's what the fuck happens with her, right? People end up running her the fuck out of spaces, and that's because she's caught in her fucking lies every time. You said TMK Media, Jakar Noor makes the ladies come a running. You said Carla Martin, good morning. And you said troll accounts going wild. Okay, just said. You know, like most of the people that put a like on that shit is a troll. So, and it's her troll. So who cares, right? You said she had me tripping when she compared herself to Alicia Keys. Nuh-uh, girl. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Oh, no. Oh, no. You said AMS Goonies failing bigly. Carrie is unbothered. Okay, like, I don't know why. I promise you, it is just so funny watching these people melt down because they cannot control other people. Like, that is just hilarious to watch, right? Hilarious to be watching these meltdowns, man. It's just amazing. You said, good morning, Carla Martin. You said, peace, sweetie Stephanie Collins. You said, please tell me she didn't really compare herself to Alicia Keys, right? Please tell me she didn't do that, man. You said, she ain't going to do a damn thing. Okay, like all this bullshit. She going to get this, she going to get that. We still waiting on the case number against, let me see your transcript. We still waiting on the Daryl Moore case number, the Marcellus case number. We need my case number still. We still need my website. Remember, she had a website. We waiting on all this shit. We need the detectives. We ain't got no police report numbers yet. We ain't got nothing. We looking into courts here in Delaware. Her name don't even pop up. Like, it, girl, listen. I'm sick of this bitch. I'm sick of this bitch. You said same thing with let me see your transcript. Exactly. Like, girl, please, right? You said, what, Vici? My goodness. Okay. You said, ew, right. You said, whoever that law firm is would smile and nod and politely get her out the door. Okay. They're going to smile, nod, take a little bit of cash, and let her go ahead and walk on out that goddamn door. Okay. Because the first thing they're going to want to know is, well, would you, is it like an environment that you have to be in, like at work, right? For instance, or, you're living there, or this is your tenant or something like that. And she's like, no, it's YouTube, right? Like, okay, well, you can turn this off, right? You don't have to be there, and also people are entitled to feel however they feel about you. They don't have to agree with you. They don't have to like you, right? And they can form an opinion about you based off of things you say, right? So if that happens, you can't turn around and you can turn around and sue whoever you want, but it's a waste of money and it's a waste of time because you're not going to get anywhere with that. Like, that's just that. You said, I ain't got the bar complaint yet. Okay, we still waiting on the bar complaint over Steph Collins, her to lose her job too. Darrell is supposed to be sued, right? We remember that. He's supposed to go to jail, everything else. I'm supposed to be in jail right now, all this other stuff. I mean, we still waiting on all this shit from her. You said it's the toll of whoredom, too high of a price for dignity. Exactly. Yep. You said tap all day. What's up, Mikey? Appreciate you being in the building. You said 12 kids. Lord, yes, her mother lost 12 children to the state, and Braken has lost 2, right? Possibly 4, but at least 2 of them do stay with her right now. I don't know if they live there on a regular basis. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Their father lives in Ohio, which is not far from where they live. And it's maybe about, you can get there within a day, right? You can get there within a few hours. So between where they live at in New Jersey and where their dad is, they can drive back and forth, right? And so it is very possible that those children live with their father and that they stay with Breakin on weekends or other weekends or something like that. Because oftentimes she's live at times where she should be handling her kids, right? Or she's, doing other things when she should be taking care of her children, walking through the streets and going on dates with Photon and whatnot. When her kids should be more in the picture. But yeah, so yeah. So it's questionable whether or not she has custody of those kids too. You said Peace Mikey. You said Carla Martin. Hold on, let me go back up here. You said just like AMS couldn't shut Umar down. Exactly. And remained obsessive and obsessive and obsessive and obsessive until she realized she couldn't take him down. So now she turned to what she believed was his supporters, or turned to everybody else and just wants to fight, and just take somebody down, right? So they thought they were going to do it with Carrie Ann, but the only one that got taken down was Rev G, okay? Twice now, okay? Fucking with AAS, he done lost twice now. It don't make no motherfucking sense, No goddamn sense. So that's the only one that was successfully taken down was Rev G. And AAS got her channel taken down at one time. So you said they have policies and procedures for these kinds of things, and they cannot and will not make exceptions for YouTube beef. Exactly. Like, I don't know why she thinks that. And I don't know why also, Breaking the Culture thinks that they're going to just take her word for it, right? They want to know what she has actually said. And she admitted to that on one of her videos where they wanted to know what she was really saying, right? And what things that she said as well, right? And what were things that she was doing, because they probably already got a hold of those videos, and Breakin was trying to, I know some of them they did based off of what I sent them. And then, they probably got a hold of other videos from her, and they want to know from her point, well, what were you saying in retaliation? What were you saying, to create this issue or whatever? So I don't know why she thinks that they're not going to look into that and they're not going to pay attention to all of those things, right? And that they're not just going to take her word for this and, and just only listen to whatever Carrie said. And that's it. Like, I don't know why they think that. And I don't know why she thinks that. She's just weird. You said exactly, Steph Collins. What's up, Darrell? Appreciate you being in the building. You said good morning, Secta. You said good morning, Godmother. And you said, good morning. What's up, brother of a certain age? I appreciate you being in the building as well. And yes, child, she said, Alicia Keys, honey, allegedly. You said, those Squidward braids had her tripping, okay? That Squidward nose, too, got her tripping, child. You said, oh, Tramp want to be relevant so bad, right? Ohio Tramp want to be relevant so fucking bad. Like, just so bad. Breaking her neck to be relevant, too. You said, what success does Breakin have outside of sex work? Exactly. And that's not even successful, right? Because apparently her fucking clients are outsourcing other people, right? So that ain't even that damn good. They looking for other people to do some shit. You said, peace, D. Darrell Life Solutions. You said, hey, Carla Martin. You said, the Godfather. What's up, Godson? Riz Lyricist. Appreciate you being in the building. It's Salute Pills. I appreciate you being in the building as well. You said, hey, Pills, respect. Riz Lyricist, salute to our musical magician. Carla Martin, salute Queen. Carla Martin, big salute. I like that. And you said, hey. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the rest of this show, because there is a whole lot, right, that is going on in the LBC, child. Okay. And we're going to need to discuss some of this stuff, because some of this shit here is absolutely fucking hilarious. Okay. So I'm going to need us to get into some of these things and just kind of talk about what's been going on, because a lot of these veils, around the sector are really coming off of people's face, right? We've already got the veil off from this bitch here, right? But we've got some more people whose veils are actually coming down and are being revealed to the sector, and it's just absolutely amazing to kind of watch, right? And just kind of laugh at and kind of see what's been going on out here. Because it's just crazy what the kind of stuff that we're actually seeing. So let's start with what happened on with Photon yesterday. Okay, so Photon goes live, and he did what's called sector lunch or something like that, right? Which I found to be crazy and actually coincides with what Ray was talking about. Now, shout out to Ray because he made it very clear of one thing that actually made sense on what Photon be doing. Okay, because I couldn't understand even myself, and I have said this to my audience a lot lately. Sometimes I can't tell whether Photon is trolling or not. Sometimes I think some of these things he says are serious, right? He's real, right? And then other times he be trolling, and then other times he's not trolling, and he wants to hide behind the guise of trolling, right? I've said that a lot lately. And the reason behind that is because it sounds like he'd be just hating, right? Like he really just doesn't want to see anybody else successful. He just wants to have like the center of attention on himself. That's what it seems like, right? That's what it looks like. And turns out that is what's going on. Okay. So yeah. Um, with Slander God Positively Hate, shout out to him who has the sector lunch break. Everybody knows he has the sector lunch break, right? And that's just the thing that he does, is kind of his thing. He's very successful at it, getting money on the show. People come through, they support, they interact with him, they interact with the show, and so forth and so on, right? He has panels, he enjoys having panels. And so, people come, he drops the link, people hit the link, and that's what it is, right? And we have a great time when we go over there to the sector lunch break. That's kind of his thing that he came up with. And, that's what we do. Suddenly now Photon has to have a sector lunch break, and want to talk about, the sector. He wants to talk shit about the people in the chat, talk shit about every other content creator, and so forth and so on, instead of actually making the show fun and making the show laughable and enjoyable for everyone, right? Like I said, a lot of times there's some people, and I'm not speaking no names, so please, again, do not jumping out the window trying to chastise me about my thoughts, okay? There are people that are chatters, people that come around, even that come on panels, that actually don't want to speak out against some of these content creators, right? Because they don't want to become their target, okay? And it's understandable. You don't want to become their target, so you agree with everything, and you go along to get along, and you want to pat Photon on the shoulder, and it's okay, you're just trolling, it's not a big deal. Or if he's talking about somebody you don't like, then yeah, of course you're going to just agree with anything and everything he says. But I never see y'all call him out on the fuck shit, right? On the bullshit. And he needs to be called out. But when women call him out, it's not enough. He will find a way to twist and turn that and make it like you're jealous, and, you're a woman that's jealous of another woman, or even things that he's even accused me of, right? But the bottom line is, if a man digs in that ass and tells him about himself, he cowers off in the corner. And he's done that a few times with a few men in the sector. When he thought he was going to come for Propane's wife, right? Shout out to Miss T. When he thought he was going to come for Propane's wife, he got another thing coming, when not only did she dig in that ass, but then her man went on a campaign about that ass. He didn't even want to fight with him. He didn't want to fight. He didn't want to talk about him. Every time he did talk shit about him, he would make sure he took the video down real quick and every fucking thing. Like, this is the pussy ass shit that Photon does, right? So, and now that we've got Ray that's digging in that ass and that's letting him know about himself and putting him in his place, now he don't want to fight with Ray either, right? He don't want to talk about Trishy Poo anymore, and he don't want to do this, but he's definitely, the meltdown in his heart and soul is showing, right? The veil has dropped, okay? The robe has fallen off, and everybody can see everything that this man is feeling. Yeah. It's funny how he feels when he feels like he can come and pick at certain women, like, myself or Eyes Antonia or Carrie Ann, even, for instance, right? He feels like he can go picking and picking and picking and talking shit and saying whatever he wants unchecked until another man jumps up and tells him about himself, like Ray, like Dr. Fratbro, right? And some other people that have put Photon in his place. Then he wants to question the person who's questioning him, right? It's almost as if this man is sick, right? Like as if he gets off on disrespecting Black women as much as he can. And then if he's checked for it, he's tries to gaslight the person who's checking him, or tries to gaslight the people who he's disrespecting, and continues to do it, and then calls it trolling, or says, yeah, I'm just trolling. Y'all get over it. You got low self-esteem. You have this. You need to just deal with it, because I'm just trolling. And then he'll have people that cheer that on and say, yeah, you're right. That person just has low self-esteem, and that person this and that person that. So just you keep your trolling going, right? I'm talking about females that are doing that shit. I can't really speak for the men, right? But I'm talking about the females, because some of these things should absolutely bother you as Black women, right? And it doesn't, because, I don't know why some of these things are just absolutely normal and okay to deal with. But, and then you want to, chastise somebody who speaks against it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing if you want to agree with him and this is where you're at. It's another thing when you jump out the window to chastise somebody who's actually standing up for the other women or standing up for themselves. Okay. So, but that's definitely a thing with him. And that's definitely a thing that continues to go on. So, I also find it funny that, and shout out to Ray, because he showed the video yesterday and showed how Photon has been using the same talking points for at least a year. Okay. I'm not here for this. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to watch this. I'm not here for this. Well, what the fuck are you here for? Because you've been saying that same shit. You said it yesterday twice in both of your videos. You said it every video before that. And you've been saying it for the past year at least. Because this is what you said about Ray a year ago. I'm not here for this and I'm not here to do. What the fuck are you here for? You're here literally to watch everybody else's content, to play everybody else's content on your channel, because you can't stand someone else having shine or light that you don't have. That is a feminine trait. That is a very feminine trait, okay? That I need attention. And if I don't have that attention, I'm going to have a hissy fit until I get that attention. You need to do something about that, sir. Okay, ma'am, sir. I don't know, what you are today, but you definitely need to do something about that, because it's not a good look. Okay, but you do most definitely do that. If I'm talking about Carrie or I'm talking about anything, you will make a live stream just to go over my live stream, like as if everybody's not going to watch my show, like as if they're still not going to go back and watch the show. You want to jump on it, hate on it, talk shit about me, talk shit about my timers and everything else, my overlays, everything that you can possibly pick at to try to force down the throats of the sector that this is not worthy of watching. But watch on my show. Watch here. But don't watch there. You do this all the fucking time. And I'm just using me as an example. There's everybody else you do this with too. You have done this with multiple content creators. We just happen to not want to go through the process of going through these community strikes and these copyright strikes with you. Some people have done that. And then when they do that, you get in your bag and get in your feelings and act like they out of pocket for doing it. How dare they strike you for playing their videos? How dare they put you in your place for playing their content? What is wrong with you? When are you going to get your own fucking content and stop complaining to us about what we're doing. I get it. Y'all want to act like this is some running joke and somehow this is some joke that only a certain amount of people get. No. That man is using microaggression. He's taking his microaggressions out on the women and the men of this sector because he literally can't stand it when the shine is not on him. When you have come up with an idea before him, or when you have carried out an idea that he didn't carry out, right? Then he gets in his bag and he wants to talk shit, and then he wants to scream and yell, act like he's sniffing coke, right? Because that's what it be sounding like. It sound like you be on some goddamn cocaine, and then you get up here and rant and scream and yell and holler, and then you wonder why you only have maybe like 5 people talking in your audience, okay? Maybe 4 or 5 people literally talking back and forth in the audience. That's why people come and watch in the clouds, because they don't want to be called out. We've all made the mistake of hitting your panel, right? Including myself. Hitting that panel. And as soon as we hit the panel, we can't answer any questions. We can't talk. You talk over us, yell over us, create narratives on us, scream. You do all kinds of crazy shit, put us behind stage. You mute us. You do all kinds of crazy stuff that makes people not want to interact with you. Like literally. Okay. I can, like I said, I'll be telling you, I don't got to get on your panel and scream and get screamed at and yelled at and get muted and all that stuff. I can just go to my show and make money talking about you motherfuckers. Right? I can get on here and say what I need to say and speak my speech without being over there. I don't have to do that. You have this weird idea in your head that people aren't aware of how YouTube works, right? I have another channel that's pretty successful. It's making a nice little check every month. It's not life-changing, but it's making some money, okay? And at the end, and I plan on it being life-changing at some point, right? So I'm learning the YouTube game through not only my own experiences, but I've learned it from other larger content creators who have been successful in this. And I've never had to be screamed down, called bitches, cussed the fuck out, and talk shit to, and then told that I need them, right? Like some abusive husband, like some abusive boyfriend would do, okay? None of us need you, Photon, okay? We literally don't. You know how many subscribers people like the Plainest Jane have? There's other ones out here too that I've taken my mentorship from. T.I.'s Hot Mess History. Do you know how many subscribers they have and how they take the time to actually talk about how to grow your YouTube channel, how to become successful with sponsors, how to become successful with cash apps and super chats and so forth. The lead attorney also talks about these things, right? He might charge for his a little bit, but every so often he gives out advice like that for free, okay? Without calling everybody out their name, without disrespecting them, because you can catch more bees with honey than you do with gall. While you're sitting here disrespecting everybody in your chat, disrespecting everybody in the sector, nobody is fucking with you, okay? This is why you don't get the cash apps you're looking for. This is why you're not monetizing. You don't get super chats and different things like that. And nobody's hitting you up behind the scenes with more than $2 or $3 in cash apps or $5 in a cash app or something along those lines. Or if they want you to go after somebody and talk a bunch of shit for 2 hours or 7 hours, depending on, how much cocaine you're using that day. Then, if they send you some money for that, and then send you along your dusty way so you can go and talk shit for several hours as if nobody can come back and clap back at you, right? So what would be the point? But you still do it. But literally, you're still in that stagnant place because of that. So shout out to Ray, because he most definitely pointed that shit out. And it's true. It's true. You literally jump up and scream about people interacting with their audience members. That's what we're supposed to do. This is what keeps the content creator going. I can't just get up here, and I've said this before, told this to another content creator. I said, I can't just go talking about subjects that I just want to talk about, right? Yeah, I can do that, but there has to be some interest in the audience. The audience has to be interested in what I'm discussing. I can go talking about NASA and space, and nobody in my audience is interested in that. So I might have like 2 people watching. And I can't get mad that the audience is not watching my channel because I'm not giving them the content that they're looking for. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like you have to interact with your audience. You have to give your audience something. You don't have to allow them to take over the show. You don't have to allow them to take over your content, but you most definitely should interact with your audience. This is how you build relationships with people, right? This is how you build, that rapport with your audience and how they are actually, wanting to support you. Nobody wants to support you, Photon. The only reason people are watching you is because there's nothing else to watch at the time. But if there was other stuff, like if The Godfather was on last night while you was ranting, everybody would have been in The Godfather's chat. If Ray was still on last night while you was ranting in the middle of the night, everybody would have been watching Ray's show. Okay, this is why Ray still right now has more views on his show than you did. Okay, yeah. The reason is because Ray knows how to interact with his audience members. He knows how to be supportive of his audience. He knows how to engage the audience in the show and so forth. And you don't. You've been using the same screaming coke head-like tactics for over a year and probably much longer, but at least that long, right? Because you like to take your videos down so we can't really go back and go to a gauge of reference other than what other people have, right? So shout out to Ray for having that and proving to us that you were making the same points, talking points over a year ago. I'm not here for this, and I'm not here for, like, nobody, we're tired of hearing you ranting and raving every goddamn day. If you're tired of this and you're not here for this, what the fuck are you here for? And what the fuck are you going to do next? That's what we're asking, Photon, okay? We're tired of being disrespected and yelled at and told how terrible our content is simply because you didn't come up with it first, right? Or because you didn't go live first, right, and talk about it, right? And even if you did, other people can talk about the same subject, right? Like I can talk about this today. Somebody else can go live a little bit later on and talk about the same thing and give their point of view, right? We can all do the same shit. We can all talk about, various subjects within the sector, right? And this is what we're choosing to do. And I'm not here for that sector and those people. And only a handful of y'all get the joke because it's not a joke. That's why he's serious. He just wants y'all to believe it's a joke so you keep coming back. But it ain't no joke. He's dead ass. Okay? He's so serious, it's not even funny. Don't make no damn sense. I'm going to tell you this, and shout out to Ray because he most definitely, and this will be the final part of what I believe is the final part of what we're going to talk about. He most definitely brought up a conversation in regards to AAS's money, right? But hold on, let's get to the Maserati first. Shout out to Ray and the Maserati and the BMWs and all the other vehicles that this nigga got. I absolutely believe Ray on that, especially if he is doing the contracting like he's saying he does, has these trucks and stuff that he says. I believe Ray on that, right? It's not far-fetched at all for people in Atlanta to own vehicles like that. And so, yeah, I would definitely believe and be leaning towards believing that, that's the actual case. And he's trying to actually meet up with Carrie. I hope they actually do meet. I know that they're not trying to date. And if they are, that don't have nothing to do with me. But either way, I hope that they absolutely do meet up. I think that would absolutely kill that nigga. Okay. I think Photon would actually retire and leave the sector if that shit actually happened, because that man would make you look so stupid, because you and your feeble, weird ass mind You think you're supposed to drag this woman or this woman and drag women and mistreat women and disrespect women, and everybody around you is going to laugh about it. Yeah, yeah, go Photon. And you're not understanding how dumb it makes you look, how stupid it makes you look, how underdeveloped you look, right? When you're talking like this to these females, including myself, when you're talking like this to women and you're trying to drag women all day, right? It makes you look so unintelligent. It makes you look so miserable, right? So lonely, right? It makes you wonder what happened to this guy. What type of trauma did he experience that has this man acting like this, right? Um, and he does it without batting an eye until another man comes around and reminds you of how a woman is supposed to be treated, right? How a woman is supposed to, the questions you're supposed to ask a female to make sure that she's comfortable, to make sure that she's peaceful. These are things you don't even know about, right? And it's crazy. It's clear that you don't, because it's so easy for you to carry yourself like this, right? I'm sorry. There's people that be saying, the way I act on YouTube, I don't act like this in person. Yeah, you do, right? You might not do everything the way that you do on YouTube, but you most definitely do these things in person too. This is your personality, right? This is your personality. You are the type of man who will gaslight and disrespect women as much as you can, and then turn around and act like it's their fault, or act like, you have some kind of right to do this, or that you're just playing around and that they're just too sensitive, right? Or their self-esteem is too low. And so that is why, they're not tolerating your nonsense, right? These are the kind of things that you do and kind of the things that you say. But if that man picks that woman up in that Maserati and she decides to twerk on that motherfucking Maserati, nigga, that shit will hurt your fucking soul. You would leave the sector. You would leave the sector. So I absolutely hope that they go and have dinner. I hope that he sends a car for her, picks her up, and not no Uber, right? Sends an actual car for her, picks her up, and brings her to the restaurant. They have a very fancy dinner, and enjoy this dinner. There's men that send and carry to the spa, sending flowers to Carrie, all the things that you should have been doing, right? Instead of talking about her with Anti-Afro, who is a known white supremacist, right? Instead of going out here coming after her with Breaking the Culture, who is also a white supremacist, right? While you got all this bullshit going on, you should have been doing what these men are now wanting to do and are embarrassing you with. Yeah, you should have been doing that. You should have been stepping up as a man and handling shit. But instead, when you saw that you thought she was down, you went and kicked her some more. I'm on AAS's side. You on the losing side of history and thinking that everybody's going to kiki and laugh at it. And the joke turned out to be on you, sir. Finally, we are going to talk about Breaking the Culture, introducing to us the idea of when Photon and her had lunch at the, I believe it was the Blue Moon, I believe it was called, Blue Lagoon, the Blue Moon, there in Brooklyn, that Anti paid for that meal. How I know that is because Breaking the Culture actually hit me up. And I've told you, Photon, I actually told you about this on your panel because you were trying to stand up for Breaking the Culture. And I told you, I said, Breaking don't even fuck with you, right? Breaking don't like you. She thinks you're a broke, dusty motherfucker. And she let me know how broken, dusty you are. And you were like, what? What are you talking? No. I said, you remember that time when you and her went to the Blue Moon together and she met you in Brooklyn, and she called me that day and told me that she was doing it to piss Carrie Ann off, okay? Because she knew Carrie would get upset if she saw her with you. So she was only using you to piss off Carrie Ann, but she says she couldn't believe how broke your ass is, okay? Not only did y'all have lunch, but y'all had to share the meal. There was a plate that y'all had, an appetizer plate, That I'm going to go into the details. There was an appetizer plate that y'all had. I can't remember exactly what it was. I know it was some shrimp and some other things, okay? But it was one plate sitting in the middle of the table between the two of you. And I think both of y'all had a drink each, right? And when the bill came, you went fumbling around. This was her words. You went fumbling around looking for cards and stuff, and you used one card, and they told you that card declined, and then you did some more fumble, the card shuffle like Shakim did at the same restaurant, the card shuffle, and then you pulled another card, and that one declined too. And so that's when you started making texts to Anti. Anti already knew that you were going out with Breaking, right? Because you are, in fact, an AFW. You are, in fact, working with the AFW, sir. You can say whatever you want to, but the cat's out the bag now. You most definitely work with the AFWs, and you're on the payroll for the AFWs, okay? So, yeah, you called Anti and let her know, but she already knew you were going out with Breaking the Culture. So you called her and let her know, because Breaking is telling me that you did this, right? Anti sent you a PayPal right there on the spot, and that's how you were able to pay the bill, okay? Because Breaking was saying she did not want to have to pay that bill. She thought that she was going to have to pay with Danny's card, right? Because she carries Danny's card around sometimes. So she had Danny's card, and she was going to pay it if you didn't get the money to pay it. But you had to go get that money from Anti-Afro Svengali, and AAS sent you the money for the bill, and that is how you were able to pay the bill at the Blue Moon when you and Breaking the Culture went there. Okay? Yeah. I remember that. All right? Because Breaking most definitely talked about you like a fucking dog, nigga. And she said, let's go here too. She said that nigga really ain't shit because he didn't even make sure I got home safely. She said after I left, he was supposed to call and check on me, make sure I got back to Jersey safe. He didn't even do that. You ain't shit, is what she said. She even said she don't know why Carrie Ann is pressed over you. Because you ain't shit. That's what she said. You can't pay for shit. You're broke. You're dusty. You came there dusty looking. And she said that you tried to act all shy and shit because you like her. You like Breaking the Culture. You're attracted to Breaking the Culture. And she's a pretty girl. She's not ugly, you know. But you wanted, she couldn't believe how broke you were and how much of an idiot you are and how much you really ain't fucking shit, okay? How you literally left her to go home by herself and didn't even check to make sure she made it home safely. That was Breaking the Culture's words. Now, you can go back and remember whether or not that's true or not. And yeah, how the fuck would I know all that if it wasn't for that bitch, okay? Yeah. She don't fuck with you either, Photon, okay? Breaking the Culture is the kind of person that is an opportunist. She will use situations and people to her advantage the best way that she possibly can. And that's it. That's just the kind of bitch that she is. So you're not special, Photon, okay? Yeah. And yeah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, you are most definitely on that AFW payroll, sir. Okay? Yeah. Most definitely. And that's unfortunate for you because you have sold your soul into some bullshit. And that is why you are also so miserable and you can't find any peace. And you're up in the morning and then in the middle of the night and all this other stuff talking about a man that's 800 miles or so away from you. Okay? 900,000 miles away from you. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. That's what's going on. He don't hear anything about you at night. But you up till 2 o'clock in the morning going off on this man. It don't make no sense. And what you want us to believe and feel and what we have to believe, right? Funny. Funny as fuck. Get your life together, Photon. And maybe you won't have it so bad. Let me go ahead and look into the comments and then we are going to end the show over here. I got some stuff I got to do today. So we're going to get into the comments. Bear with me just a second. 1 second, guys. Let me play a quick timer for y'all because I need to go and take care of something real quick. 1 moment. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into these comments real quick. You said Carla Martin, salute queen. You said Carla Martin, big salute. I like that. And okay, I think I went over those already. You said Godmother and Godfather, swagger jacker, LOL, right? He says speaks out on their asses. They get gold records when I'm in the bag. Okay. He says salute TMK Records. We did it. Right, right. He said triggered more than the assembly room at the Smith and Wesson factory. Okay. He said he grew up in Brownsville, Brooklyn. Nuff said. Okay. Oh, definitely enough said on that one. All right. He said, y'all and these voiceovers. Okay. What's up, Divine Seven? Definitely appreciate you being in the building. He said, LOL, T-Prees, and what? I'm enough to hear praise drop. I'm enough to hear praise drop. Okay. You said, hey, Divine, how you doing? You said, hey, Carla. He said, I'm not here. I'm not here, right? I'm not here for shitty timers, shitty ass audio, shitty music, right? In my croton voice, right? I'm not here for any of these content creators and for that sector, right? But always talking about the sector. Like you always got the sector in your mouth, but you not here for this. Like you ain't here for any of this. You said, hi, everyone here. And you said, hey. You said something like a phenomenon, right? What's up, TC Trap Talk? Appreciate you being in the building. You said, isn't he pocket size like the Egyptian dancer? Yes, he is, ma'am. They both are about my height. They're both like 5'5", 5'6", because I'm 5'6", so they're about 5'6", somewhere around there. With shoes on, with shoes off, he's probably like 5'4", to be honest. You said, Divine. You said, shout out to Booger Sugar, allegedly, right? Very Perspectives. And what's happening, Very Perspectives? You said, peace, TC Trap Talk. You said, LOL, Very Perspectives. You said, respect to Black Lounge Entertainment. I appreciate you being in the building, bro. You said, peace to Carla. You said, thanks for watching, everyone. Please hit the like, share, subscribe to the Black Lounge Divine. Truly appreciate that. What's up, Smoke God? Appreciate you. You said, been exposed Photon on this. It only took time for you all to see he's bad for business. They always call Smoke crazy or try to act like Smoke. Don't be on these niggas' heads, right? Right? And you did. I remember you calling him out a long time ago. I actually did too. I called him out a while ago. But sometimes when you call people out, it'd be a dog pile collective of people who try to get together and try to point and gaslight you, like as if you haven't said, like as if you're saying something wrong, right? But it don't matter. Niggas eventually see shit as it is, you know, and that's just what it is. And TMK also called him out too a long time ago. You said you don't need any work on YouTube. Just find a successful channel, steal its design, voice, and content, and poof, you're a hit, right? and Ray made sense with what he was saying too, because I've told you guys even before, ad revenue is not really that much. It's really like pennies on the dollar. It depends on what type of ads you're getting, right? And in order for you to get the proper ads from the proper sponsors or from proper advertisers, you can't be talking about this kind of stuff, right? And there's even other things that you wouldn't be talking about. You got to be following certain guidelines a certain way, right? So ads really aren't the thing though that makes money on YouTube. It's merch selling. It's actual direct support from your audience and so forth and so on, like getting the Cash Apps, getting PayPals if you want, Venmos, getting super chats. That's where your money is coming in. And also with if sponsors, if you get sponsors, that can also make a lot of money on your channel, right? But you're not getting no money from just because you got 100,000 subscribers. That means absolutely nothing. Okay, I can have 100,000 subscribers and all of them watching the clouds, and that's not making a motherfucking thing for me. It's not. It's literally not making no money. That's life changing. So I'm gonna need y'all to stop hyping his head up with this Doorbell Mania channel that he has, as if he's making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of it, because he's not. Okay, he really isn't. And this is why he needs to understand we're not looking for your help, sir. You know, as far as money and stuff like that, we're not asking you for help. I don't give a fuck about your help, right? You can't do shit for me. because I'm already making money on YouTube. So you know, and I've learned those techniques, and I'm doing much better even on the other channel. And you know, I make a check on both channels every month. So you know, you can't tell me shit. And you especially ain't going to tell me shit by screaming me down and thinking I'm going to somehow listen to that bullshit. You said, oh, and buy subscribers to make it look bigger. So that could be happening too. I'm wondering if he is doing that over there, because I don't think he's monetized over there either. You said, what's good, Divine 7? He might be monetized on that channel. I don't know though. You said, smoke out, smoke out. You said, fam, I've never been on his channel. Always found him distasteful. I'm just saying, there's a lot of people that really don't fuck with Photon, and he doesn't understand why. And it's because it's not funny, right? Like this, it's not like you know, it was cute and funny and cuddly at first, but you got to come up with some new material, right? Every other troll around here comes up with new material except you. You're the only one not doing that. You said, respect Riz Lyricist TMK. What's up, Make a Change? Appreciate you being in the building as well. And you said, very perspectives. What's up, bro? You said, T-Pre is cold and cruel when she digs in their asses. You know it. You said, very perspectives. You said, no, not the cokehead tactics. Okay. You said, Photon is just doing what Photon does. Okay. Act like an ass. That's what he does. He says, sector rule, 119 picks or it didn't happen. Right. He says, shout out to the Maserati. Right. He said, I hope they do too. Carrie, I'm rooting for you. I am. I hope they do definitely meet up. You said, what? Mm-hmm. You said, at the red light twerking on them headlights. At the red light twerking on them headlights. Yes, on the Maserati out this bitch. Shit. That'll kill that nigga, okay? You said CE saying what that money should have gone to me, right? You said Al Riz. You said Al Riz, that song bops need to be playing in the background. Right. He said, wow, T-Pre with the exclusive. What's up, TC? You said, wait, they were sharing food like lady in the church. Listen, speak. Yes. Okay. And I promise y'all, she had even text some of it to me. I might still have a copy of some of these texts. I'll just have to look and see if I have it. But she was definitely talking about this, and we talked on the phone about it. But she was texting me about it because it might be in an email. I got to go look, right? But either way, she had put it in writing as well. Okay, so I'll find it. I'll try to find it. And if I can find it, then I'll post it, right? But most definitely, she had that conversation with me. And I told Photon about that. I just told him a portion of it. I didn't tell him the whole thing. And Ray also was talking about it last night. So I was like, fuck it. We might as well go ahead, put that shit out there, because that's most definitely a thing that Breaking the Culture did. Yeah, she most definitely told me about that. That they was sharing that plate, honey. Okay. They was sharing the fucking plate at the Blue Moon, child. You said you said LV Cool J on dogs it is, but Godmother would get a copyright strike, LOL. Gorilla's label want their publishing money and do. You said, have y'all ever heard the video she made about the Brooklyn meetup? AAS made a video? Oh no, I didn't know that. Let me know though. If you got a copy of it, send it to me and I'll definitely review it. You said violation, right? You said speak. You said an unhinged, disturbed, bonkers ass video. Wow. You said shout out to the ones who's coming to Colorado, smoke doing tours of the Rockies. See you soon, Corey. I would love to be doing that. I ain't got no worries with that at all. I would come out there. You said, wow. You said, make a change. We got to raise $5,000 for CE's down payment to debate the conservative. Hell no, we ain't doing that shit. You said, wow. You said, Anti's body built like a bubble goose jacket. You know what? Anti-base lady, right? Boss lady, feeding niggas 3,000 miles away. These niggas bums for real. Yeah, they got to take $50 to get quote unquote fed, $20, and they not even getting fed. They just going out and buying coke allegedly, right? So, God damn, girl. You said, oh wow, Ray and Photon is fighting over breaking. No, 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 no. They are not fighting over breaking at all. You said Riz anti got y'all PayPal. Anti got your PayPal. You said breaking got them open like that. No, she got Photon open like that, but not Ray. Not Ray. You got to go back and listen to the show because I think you just don't know what happened on the show. You said Photon punchback nigga, but she do got Photon open though. You said Stephanie anti bubble goose like Baldy. You said broke busted and disgusted. Okay, don't make no goddamn sense. You said y'all niggas too old begging for cash apps online like grown that the up, and that's why I stopped playing with these kids. Okay. You said Black Lounge Divine, do you mind if I drop the link to Anti's video about the Brooklyn meetup? It's beyond. The sector needs to hear this. Please drop that link because we'll play it right now. We'll play it right now. You said 35 and up, still no job, punch a clock, smoke out, right? He said, Steph, drop it. Yes. He said, thanks for watching, everyone. Please hit the like, share, subscribe to the Black Lounge Divine. What's up, Clark? Clark, appreciate you being in the building. You said, good morning, Miss T. Pre. You laughed at LV. You said, good morning to everyone. You said, Clark, my Sagittarian sister. You said, hey to Clark. You said, my Sagittarian sister again. And then you said, 5'5", thick in the thighs, right? You said, I'm 5'4", girl. Well, he about your height, with no shoes. With shoes on, he about 5'6", somewhere around there, 5'5", 5'6". You said, let's not forget, Hotan is a follower of Dr. York. Baby York, right. What's up, Nova Real Show? You said good show. I appreciate that. You said, I think he sponsored them. He said, I think he's sponsored by them Ring camera companies or the police. They love them cameras, right? You said, did you see Tasha K on No Jumper? I saw it. I just didn't watch it. I did know that she's been on there. I don't really watch No Jumper like that unless it's something really major going on. And Tasha K is not major to me. So if you know, maybe I'll go and take a look at it. But I didn't. You said Riz Lyricist. Hey, Josephine 400 in the chat. Let's appreciate you. You said Triggs don't live in hot Atlanta. He's trolling. He does live in Atlanta. You said, I want some good top from breaking when I go to the dungeon, right? You said Ray might have been trolling. Photon is making more than $200 a month from that Doorbell Mania channel. I'd like you to prove that because again, how, right? Because he only uploads videos. So he's not getting, unless he's getting super thanks, right? Where people are sending him the super thanks, which is something we really wouldn't know. Then I'm not sure how he's getting more just based off of subscribers, because a large amount of subscribers means absolutely nothing if they're not actually interacting and supporting the show. So that doesn't mean anything. You said just trolling. Oh, Lord, here we go. So I believe you're breaking the culture. You said, so now we believe a compulsive liar when it's suitable for a narrative. So if Breakin's telling the truth about Photon, then who else is she right about? Don't y'all erase this yet. Don't erase this yet. Don't erase it at all, mods. I'm going to go to that person's channel. Thank you for dropping down. Appreciate you. All right. So from what I understand, this is breaking the culture of silence talking right here. Okay. I can't confirm it yet, but I will be confirming it later. This is breaking the culture right here. Okay. So we know that you're you. Okay. And I purposely unblocked you in the chat because I wanted you to drop down. Okay. And you always, you can't help yourself, girl. You can't help yourself, girl. You get so fucking triggered by anything and everything that is said about you that this is what ends up happening. Okay? Yeah, we got you. We got you. You said, y'all need to leave me alone before I call the authorities on y'all. Okay, AAS. Because we know you like to call the police, girl. You said the beautiful Bernice. You said, LOL. You all don't know his other channel. Okay. He said, give me the word. Nope, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. He said, there is 2 trolls in here, I see. Leave them both here. You said, it's just a question you can answer or don't. It doesn't matter. Okay, we don't. Okay. But we know you're breaking the culture. I do know that. I do know that. Thank you for unblocking me too and coming in here. And you can continue to come around. But you always tell on yourself. That's just unfortunate for you. You said, let's do the Atlanta challenge. You said, gotcha, bitch. Right. All right, Steph, I'm about to play that in just a second. You said start at 1340 for the good stuff. Okay, so let me go ahead and put that on my, I'm going to come up here and do it on my phone. That way we can listen to it. Because I don't want to play it, the video itself, and then she trying to hit me with a copyright.
That y'all, that folks are secretly referring to, she does have representation. She really does.
All right, so let's go to...
She, people...
Compliance from me, you're not going to get it. You can get pissed all day long. Listen, people, before I go, I have to let you know something. People were running around these YouTube streets saying that I was so pissed that breaking the culture of silence was in New York with Fold Up Body. I was so mad. But that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense because I was in New York.
We can agree to disagree because I don't agree with that. I just don't. And I've spoken with much larger content creators that would agree with what I'm saying. So I hear you, but we're just going to agree to disagree. Hey, Soft Serve, appreciate you being in the building. Okay, so we're here now. We're going to listen to this AAS video, guys.
Selling my pussy, and there are photos. Photos were taken. Audio and video were captured. You all are free, when you find the audio video, to talk about this in every space that you're in. Have a good time. And guess where I'm going to be? My ass is going to be right back up on this channel posting videos. Whatever you do, don't touch that dial after you hear buyer beware.
All right, stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny. But yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round. I'm a little fool in town.
Well, hold on. I can't play that. I can't play that music. Hold on. Oh, okay. So let me go backwards then. Let me go back then. Let me go back again. Let's play it one more time.
Live stream. Let me see your handcuffs. Demon-infused live stream. Carrie Ann, yes, you did. Got up there and you called Rev G a child molester. You had absolutely no basis by which to make that statement. But it's okay because she's a female and she gets to attack a man with impunity. Bullshit. I'm not going for any of it, people. And nobody's going to sit here and tell me I have to be quiet about it. Are you serious? Where the hell do these people get off thinking they can tell me what I can say and what I can put on this channel after they have collected money with my name in their mouths? The shit is backwards and I'm not complying. People are free to expect compliance from me. You're not going to get it. You can get pissed all day long. Listen, people, before I go, I have to let you know something. People were running around these YouTube streets saying that I was so pissed that breaking the culture of silence was in New York with Fold Up Body. I was so mad. But that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense because I was in New York. I was there. I was in Grand Central Station, selling my ass, selling my mouth, selling my pussy, and there are photos. Photos were taken. Audio and video were captured. You all are free, when you find the audio video, to talk about this in every space that you're in. Have a good time. And guess where I'm going to be? My ass is going to be right back up on this channel posting videos. Whatever you do, don't touch that dial after you hear buyer beware.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That was, that ain't unhinged. I don't know what the fuck to tell y'all. She was upset about that whole thing. I remember she went off about her meeting up with Fold Up Body and me and Photon in New York. She was upset about that until she could get Photon on her team, right? That's when she was cool. She had no problem with it after that. But child, shout out to Steph Collins for sharing that, because honey, that was hilarious. Hilarious. Okay, so let's go ahead. You said why is she always whispering? You said go. Okay, so I did go back. You said Anti has a poozy, LOL. You said, oh, she's cursing now? Yeah, child, she be out here cussing. You said, no. You said she basically doxed herself with that song. I look funny, right? And no, she not making money either. You said, LOL, there is life off these YouTube streets, folks. AANS and breaking the culture of condoms don't understand. Stuck low vibrational bitches. Right, exactly. You said, I'm sick of her crazy ass. And I had to go ahead and time out a regulator because I'm just sick of her breaking the culture. You're not going to get over here and start talking shit now because I gave you a little bit of room to hang yourself, okay? But that is you, sweetheart. You're jumping around all over the place talking shit, okay? Because you can't help yourself. That's unfortunate for you. You said, Carla, big facts. You said, YouTube is her life, okay? You said, this reminds me of Randy Macho Man Savage promo, okay? You said, now cut it. Right. You said, hold up. Did she say pussy? Yes, honey. Yes, she did. You said, it's going to be a crime when they turn on Fold Up Body, a.k.a. Sector Lick, okay? A major crime there, right? It's coming, though. It's coming. They already starting to set him up for the okie doke because Breaking got up on... whose panel was she on? I think it was Photon's panel. She got up there and tried to deny that she was involved with anything concerning that, anything outside of filing some formal complaint with the school. She didn't have nothing to do with. She didn't call the news. She didn't get in touch with, she didn't do these YouTube videos, these YouTube channels. She didn't do any of that. She's just making a complaint. That's all she did. But yet she forgot that she already told us that she was going to TikTok, that she was making YouTube videos, that she was going to the news, that she was doing. She's the one that told us that she was doing all this, and then turned around after it was done, and she got all that negative backlash for it. Now, oh, I didn't do any of that. I didn't have anything to do with that. She tried to throw Shakim under the bus for it because Shakim admitted to it as well. Yeah, I'm involved in this, and I did that, and I did this, and I did that, and so now, she's out here, trying to wash her hands clean and act like she didn't have anything to do with any of this. A damn shame. And this is why people like, shout out to Eyes, is trying to tell this fool, you need to wash your hands clean. You need to come confess, come forward, say whatever, and then wash your hands clean, because they are literally trying to hang you out to fucking dry. That's exactly what they're doing. Because the way that this thing went with that school board is not going the way that they planned. Okay, it's not going the way that they planned. They thought they were going to go bing bang, a big quick swift kill, come in for the kill, and it was going to be over with, and that's not what happened. It is being dragged out because they are actually investigating and doing their due diligence, and Carrie Ann is living her best life while that's happening. And so because of that, now they're trying to switch up plans. Let's see what happens with Shakim in the next few months after they do that. He said, I ain't even going to pretend like I understand what she was thinking when she said that. I've tried to decipher what the hell she meant by that. I have no idea. I was there in New York, and I was taking pictures selling my poop. She was probably talking shit about breaking the culture when she was saying that shit. He said, okay, this is so weird, right? He said, Carla Martin, I said that a long time ago, but she doesn't care. She doesn't care about himself. He doesn't care about himself, and I will care less. I will not feel sorry for him at all, honey, at all. You said they set up Ra. They've been trying to get him however they can for 2 years. And really, they've been trying to get him longer than that. They haven't, Anti and them have never gotten over how he embarrassed them during the Lennon times, all right? During all that stuff that was going on, how he got her channel removed. She doesn't forget. AAS never fucking forgets. Shout out to Pills. I know that he's aware of that now, right? Anti will act like she forgave you. She hasn't forgotten or forgiven at all. She will never forget. And she will one day bring that shit up again and throw that shit in Shakim's face, and all her minions are going to follow suit. That's what's going to happen. You said, folk forget what the fuck that they said and do. Exactly. You said, fold up body lives under the bus. Clark, none of them give, none to give for him. Exactly. You said, damn, my opinion, agree. And you said facts, Pills. Exactly. You know, she don't forget a damn thing. She is going to remember, and she is going to use that against him again. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And I don't feel the slightest bit sorry for this nigga whatsoever. All right, guys. So it looks like we are at the end of this. You said Steph Collins, he let them do that. He brought that on himself. Everyone can see what is going on but him. He can see it too. He just likes the money that they're handing him right now, right? The couple dollars, like, you know, like Photon's dusty ass too. They like $20, $30. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they think how that's feeding, you know, them, but yeah, they can go with $20 and $30 and be comfortable with that and be cool with that and think that they've gotten some kind of money. So, but either way, guys, I appreciate all of y'all for being in the building. Make sure that y'all do hit the like button on the way out. I would love to see how this pans out. I do know that Raytonica has most definitely got Photonica shooketh. Okay. Now we know we about to get another live stream talking shit about the pre, having break in and shock him and anybody he can on the panel to talk shit about the pre, because he can't take the truth, right? He can't take the fucking truth about his leatherface ass. But it's all good, okay? I'm looking forward to it. I know that's what the fuck he does. He's a fucking hater, right? And yeah, he just don't know how to get his shit together, and he don't know how to accept defeat, okay? But either way, appreciate all of you for being in the building. Make sure that y'all hit the like button on the way out. You said Anti is a supreme grudge holder, okay? You said exactly. That's what I'm saying. Ever since the college student story, he's been their number one target, and he's their white whale. Exactly. She's a haughty AAS, okay? All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody for being in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way out, and I will talk to y'all later. And peace, guys. Thank y'all all for watching. We'll be back later, probably the weekend or sometime next week or something like that. We'll see. All right. But peace, guys.